Welcome to Just Asia, AHRC TV's weekly human rights program. These are the headlines. Child murderer in Pakistan giving 4 death sentences. Rohingya want full citizenship rights before returning to Rakhine. Indonesia's legislative law amendments will hinder free speech and democracy. Cambodia's new lèse majesté law, latest tool to restrict rights. India's teen actress is facing complaints of hurting religious sentiment. Welcome to AHRC TV's Just Asia. I'm Kavyanjali Shukla. This week's Just Asia begins with Pakistan, where 24-year-old Imran Ali has been given 4 death sentences for raping and murdering a 6-year-old girl last month. As Just Asia reported earlier, Zainab Ansari's body was found in a rubbish dump in the city of Kasur on January 9, 5 days after she went missing. Her brutal murder triggered outrage across the country, including riots against alleged police incompetence in which 2 protesters died. According to Zainab's family, the police took no action during the 5 days she was reported missing. Relatives recovered CCTV footage of her last movements, which showed a girl being led away by a man. The video was widely circulated on social media. Ali, who lived near Zainab, was arrested by police on January 23rd. He has been linked by police to the murders and assaults of other girls in the area. His crimes stretch back at least a year, and angry residents say authorities should have been quicker to identify and arrest him. Ali was handed death sentences for kidnapping, rape, murder, and an act of terrorism, a life sentence for sodomy, and a large fine. He now has a 15-day window in which he may appeal against the verdict. Next, Burmese and Bangladesh officials discussed this week the issue of repatriation of some 6,500 Rohingyas living in no man's land near Tambru along the border. Bangladesh has handed over a list of 1,673 Rohingya families to Burma to start the first phase of repatriation of the displaced people to their homeland in Rakhine state. According to Home Minister Asad Usman Khan, Burma would scrutinize the list and names and get back to Bangladesh soon. He had said there was no specific time frame to start the repatriation, expressing the hope that it would start soon. There are some 700,000 Rohingya refugees stranded in Bangladesh, fleeing from what the international community has termed genocide since last August. Not only has the Burmese military and government denied committing such abuses, but the government is also loath to providing guarantees of safety for those returning to Rakhine. Apart from safety, many Rohingya refugees are saying they want full citizenship rights as given to Burma's other ethnic minority groups before they are willing to return to Rakhine. Burma revoked the citizenship of all Rohingya in 1982 and views them as illegal immigrants from Bangladesh. Next, Indonesian civil society is protesting against the amendment to the 2014 legislative law known locally as the MD3 law. The amendment was passed last week by Indonesia's House of Representatives, granting the legislative body's Ethics Council, the MKD, the power to press charges against those critical of the parliament and its members under Article 122. Furthermore, Article 245 allows for the protection of House members from prosecution of crimes. This is seen as an effort to protect parliamentarians from prosecution by Indonesia's corruption watchdog, the KPK, as several parliament members, including the chair of the House, Mr. Setia Novanto, have been detained and tried by the anti-corruption court over the past year. Mr. Novanto has been accused of corruption in the electronic identity card scam, which is still under investigation. Other parliament members will thus likely be summoned by KPK. The Forum on Law and Constitutional Studies has filed a petition against the MD3 law to the Constitutional Court. stating that the amendment is not in line with the Indonesian constitution. Cambodia has recently passed a lèse majesté law carrying a 1 to 5 year jail term obligating Cambodians to defend the motherland and forbidding them from insulting the king. The law was passed together with other legislative changes, including the permanent removal of voting rights and a ban on running for office for convicted felons. Ahead of general elections this July, Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen has severely cracked down on free speech and civil liberties in the country. Opposition politicians and human rights activists have been jailed, and the country's nominal free press has been disabled. Opposition leader Kem Sokha, whose party was dissolved by the courts, remain in jail awaiting trial on a widely derided espionage charge, as do two former Radio Free Asia reporters and an Australian filmmaker. Earlier this month, 29-year-old San Rotha was arrested on his wedding day over comments posted on Facebook, which included calling the government authoritarian. The role of Facebook in Cambodia's political discussion has been spotlighted by a lawsuit filed by former opposition leader Sam Rainsy, currently exiled in Paris. According to the lawsuit filed in California last week, Hun Sen is using the platform to commit human rights abuses and deceive the electorate. Among other allegations was that Hun Sen was paying for false Facebook likes to mislead voters about his support. The petition alleged that state money had been spent in advertising on Facebook, where Hun Sen's backers have built a strong presence. Lastly, a bizarre turn of events in India has led to teen actress Priya Warrior have multiple complaints filed against her for hurting Muslim sentiments. Warrior rose to fame after her music video performance for an upcoming Malayalam film. The song portrayed in the film is a traditional song from the Malabar region of North Kerala. The music video shows young love, with the actress winking and blowing a flying kiss to her co-star and people. Offense has apparently been taken at the song used to portray a flirting scene. Complaints against the young actress and the director of the movie have been filed under S-295A of the Indian Penal Code relating to hurting religious sentiment. Warrior has filed a petition in the Supreme Court against the complaints, and the court stayed all cases against her and adjourned the matter to March 16, stating that no criminal proceedings can be initiated till the next hearing. The case has spotlighted the law and its potential misuse in such cases. That is all for this episode of Just Asia. For more on these and other issues, please visit www.humanrights.asia or www.alrc.asia/justasia. Thank you for watching and see you next week.